Here we are. That's great. 4 o'clock Sunday stories. There's about one more minute to go. Not sure whether anyone will turn up, but I'm going to do it anyway, and then we'll transfer it over. And welcome to a little bit of sunshine here in lovely sunny Britain. Hope it's okay out there. We're going to have a couple of days of good weather, I think, and probably better than the storms they're having in America. So, how are you? Drop in a few emojis if you can. Let's get that in there. And there we go. There's the first one. And yeah, 4 o'clock Sunday stories. Magic words. What are they? We know loads of magic words. There are magic words for business. There are magic words for marketing. But there are also magic words for your own purposes, your own lifestyle. And if you've got one of these, you've got a bracelet with your magic word on. And I ordered this from a very good friend of mine, Lucy Wilkinson, aka Luby Lou the Clown. If you want to look her up, she also sends out bracelets with your magic word stamped on the bracelet. And my word was coyote, because that's what I've been known as since 2007. And there may be someone on there who knows in particular why I was called coyote. That may be a story for another day. But what about this magic word? What about bracelets that you've been sent to go into the direction of your dreams? Affirmations, I think they're called, aren't they? How many of us have got affirmation words? My word is coyote, because like the coyote, I refuse to go away. And wherever I'm knocked down, I get back up again. That may not be true for all of us. It may not be true for me at all times, but I've survived to 70. And there's been a fair amount of being knocked down during that time. And that's a lot of what I talk about in my webinars and my foresights, my presentations to network groups and to individuals. And that may be where the bracelet, the magic word bracelet, comes in. Since I've worn it, I have been asked to amalgamate with what I think is probably one of Britain's biggest networkers, Caroline Andrew Johnston. And we're going to do a joint webinar in November about presentations and stories. And that's going to be a huge opportunity for me to reach business owners, coaches, consultants, students, and the general public with ideas to craft and to deliver their story. And that's important to me because I say often, time and time again, that we've all got a story. This wall hanging has a story. It has a couple of stories. I could say that the top colours are the colours of the four directions from the Native American tribes, the Lakota. I could say that the middle section represents the various different nations within the Lakota. And I could say that each one of these represents a Lakota battle. I could say that, and one or two times in storytelling I have. The other story is that I saw it in a charity shop and liked it. The beauty or the rough side of storytelling, truth or fiction. And from allying with Caroline, I also had two ladies sign up for my own webinar marketing group. How to shine instead of shiver when you face a live audience or the camera. And monthly, we'll be sending out materials together. A small start, two ladies, two in business, but who knows where that might lead to. And then today, I managed to meet up with a lady, Donna, in one of my groups, and we did a short Tai Chi, breathing, Tai Chi style breathing session together. And she enjoyed it so much that, again, she asked if we might do something together. And that's a possibility. So within 7 days of me receiving my magic word bracelet, there's been some positives in there. Now, away from business, there have been two particular positives. I talked about my daughter having some issues, and at the moment, her personal issues are in progress, let's say. There are still some problems, but she seemed happy with those. But she also told me about what's happening in the hospitals. She works in one in England. And she was saying that the town or the city she works in, the COVIDs have spiked again. And the hospital is becoming full of COVID patients. But they're vying now with patients who are drunks and alcoholics, people who she'd never seen before the first outbreak of COVID. And so these are new alcoholics since February. And of course, the danger is that if we have, or as we have, a second lockdown, there'll be more alcoholics, drug users coming through. And the system will crash. Now, there are various ways to place blame on people, to place blame on government. One set of people blames the government for not acting quickly enough, and then another set is blaming the government for acting too strongly now. To me, it's not a case of blame, except in China. And there's a story there as well. If any of you know about the Chinese virologist who escaped to America and is presenting information that the virus was released on purpose. Her mother has now been imprisoned by the Chinese government. You've got to wonder there. Maybe that's where the blame lies. But the big gratitude for me this week was, it may have been Friday. I was walking back from one of the small Tesco stores, and a lady in a wheelchair was pushing the wheelchair, wheeling it with her hands up an incline. And as she reached the peak, we passed, and she smiled and I smiled, and the point is, I was able to see her smile because she wasn't wearing a mask, and neither was I. We were outside. And I think we both have the idea that maybe outside masks are not necessary. Certainly when you're a pavement's width apart. And how we might never see another smile again until the COVID pandemic leaves Britain. Just my thoughts, just the way I deal with the pandemic, with COVID, with the China virus. We all have our different views. None, I believe, more relevant than the other. As I say, in the hospitals, people are now being admitted and dying, perhaps in larger numbers from being drunk and drugs, through perhaps not having that support system that we used to have, family system. Something to think about. So it's been a positive week, and I don't really want to end on a negative. So I'll just say hello to everyone who does see this, and I will say it's sunshine outside. And once again, I'll say thank you to Caroline, to Emma, to Lucy, to Donna, and to all the people who've made this week a good week. Have a great week. Magic words. Take care.